Yeah, Chair of Council. Next time after finishing talking, switch off the mic. Now put it on. Put it on. I want you to clarify just one or two things.
What's off?
Yeah, no, this the Chair of Council. The Deputy Chair of Council. So, Deputy Chair, the CFO says this Maponya attorney's report cleared him. What is your knowledge of this issue?
Chair, the Maponya report was initiated by the DC and not by council per se. But we were informed about it, we know about it, and yes, the CFO is right. He was not implicated in that report.
Well, that's interesting, Chair, because the VC was asked to report to council, and he did. So are you saying if we can write to the former VC now and ask him, because the understanding, like I said to you, you see this big file of mine, it's too big. And this is version A. I've got second edition until 8th edition. So when I say to you, let's be truthful, I want you to be truthful. What happened in that meeting, I want to tell you, because I can see you are not going to tell me. That former VC was asked to present, before. The CFO in that meeting indicated that the report clearly. And the former VC said, no, it did not. The Chair of Council asked the former VC to write in detail what did the report say. You don't know that detail. You're not in that meeting.
Yeah, I can't remember that detail.
You only
I will
remember.
have to go back. Probably I was not in that meeting. I will just have to go.
But how do you said to me, you know that report cleared the CFO?
Because the report.
Because that thing was discussed in that meeting, the one that you no longer remember now. Member of Council, you want to come in?
Yes, thank you. Just to have the picture, I was part of the meeting.
Yeah. It must be read.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was part of that meeting,
Yeah.
and the former VC did refuse to give us the report. We've never seen the report. We were informed by Mr. Manyao that he was clear, but we've never seen such a report.
So that meeting did not say to the former VC, write to the chair with the details of that report. That's what you are saying.
The meeting requested the report itself from the VC, not to write to the chair to give us their conclusion regards to the report. We requested the report from Maponya, which we never received.
Okay. And how did you conclude this council that it cleared the CFO?
We did not necessarily conclude as council that it cleared or uncleared the CFO. As Deputy Chairperson has raised that the matter that was raised, it was really firstly that report was the investigation was initiated by the VC because it was a matter that was seen by VC as an operational matter that is not meant to be dealt with by council, which is the reason why the VC eventually never ended up giving us that report on that. And then the other person that was implicated left the organization.
Yeah, you see how we choose our weight. It's extremely interesting. So you don't have the report.
I've never seen the report.
But you know there was somebody implicated.
Yeah.
How do you know? I mean, if you say to me, allegedly, then it's something else. Yeah. But if you say to me there was somebody that Yandisa Lengwasa was, if you say, you're saying with confidence, this one was implicated. You have not seen the report. How do you conclude as counsel that this one was implicated?
Chairperson, it must be English that threw me away there, as I was supposed to say allegedly.
And you guys were not charging that person who resigned?
No.
Okay. I'll come back to this. You see, because you see how we use our language, we're able to detect alignments, and which are, you know, this is our job. We are politicians. Our job is to read between the lines. And how you colleagues put these things, you are making me very uncomfortable where I'm seated. Honorable Msezane.
No, thanks, Chairperson. I'll also try to be very short because we don't have time. Hopefully, we can get a full day of or something very soon so that we can debate these matters and actually do justice to them. In fact, before I even get to my questions and remarks, Chairperson, the CFO was very confident when he was saying it was actually that person that ran away. It wasn't me. I was clear in speaking about the report that the council and management cannot account for. So it's very disturbing. But I want to start by this point, Chairperson, before I get to my questions. I hope I can cover quite a few out of a lot of questions that I have. The matter of the SRC having to apply for a protest or demonstration, I feel that it's a matter that should be dealt with immediate effect when there's a review of these policies that clearly did not include the SRC Vice Chancellor and Council. Because the SRC has indicated, I do not know, you are disagreeing, Deputy Chair of Council, but the SRC has said that there's a number of policies where they've not been consulted or have not been part of those engagements. If ever they are lying to the committee, I think you'd get an opportunity to say that they are lying. Then it might mean that you would have concluded on policies even though they disagreed with them. But I want to put it on record that I equally, from where I'm sitting, do not believe that the SRC must apply for demonstration of the university processes, because if they must apply, it means that you are saying those of you that feel strongly that you are against certain issues must protest over there, will continue with our business. We have experience, as Honorable Khahau has said, we've led very big universities during our times at SRC level. Then the university will say a bunch of students were protesting there, but university operations were continuing. So I think that one, you should really meet with the SRC and review that particular policy of protest or demonstration. That's not a question. Maybe you'll come in when you are responding, then you can actually say they are lying if they are lying, or you feel they are lying. Chairperson, it's very interesting that the university, SMU, was at some point not so long ago part of UL. It will seem as if, you know, we're mixing issues. So I do not want to go to that length, Chairperson. So I'm going to be very brief. VC, the Deputy Chair of Council says that you have vast experience in executive management experience. She says that at least 27 years of executive management. So I think this question was asked by one of the colleagues we have in the committee. But I also want to ask that question. Before Vice Chancellor became Vice Chancellor, what other two roles at executive level before that? I heard that she was a DVC in academic, I think it would be academic and research. I do not know how it's coupled in university. So before she was academic DVC, what role did she occupy either in the university or outside at maybe CPU, T or somewhere else? Just precisely.
Yeah, let me give the opportunity for her to answer.
I've been the dean, I've been the HOD.
Okay, so you
Department.
okay, so you were DVC before that you were a dean
Yes.
at the same university.
No.
Okay, so you were DVC at the university, no, academic.
Yes. But remember, the experience is not being asked that you must have 10 years experience in this
No,
university.
VC. I'm just asking so that I know.
At SMU, I've been a DVC.
Yeah, even if you've never been an executive there, you can still be a VC there. So
Yes.
I'm just trying to understand because it's going to filter into my next question. That's why I'm asking.
Yes.
So academic is coupled with research, or is only academic DVC?
But academic, we consider it is both. Academic, we consider it both teaching and learning and research.
Oh, I'm saying, is it coupled together?
Yes.
Okay. Now, there in the presentation, there is indication that you have 3 foreign officials in the research component. It says 3. Is that true? Foreign nationals in research.
Those 3 foreign nationals that were put there, they were put under the postdoctoral fellows that were employed. So that 3 is correct.
There's 3 in research.
No.
The
Can I open
presentation.
the table, because I'm not sure how we are looking at the table together. Because you are looking, maybe you are looking at something else, or maybe I'm answering something else.
Let me assist you. This is page 21.
Okay, I'll just.
Yeah, it says research office, 3 foreign nationals.
I'm just gonna go quickly to it if you don't mind. Is that slide?
21. I think while you get at that, and then it
No,
says
but it's okay. Unless I've opened something wrong. Wait. Sorry. Oh yes, I did.
Gary, you send us many versions. You're probably on a different version. You see this thing of
It
sending.
is true. It is true. It is like that. I've had too many versions by the number of versions that have come to your office.
in any case, VC, you are DVC, and research obviously speaks to your division there. So you cannot know that there are 3 people in research
No,
that are
but I
foreign
want to
nationals.
understand your question properly.
This is the racial breakdown per faculty at SMU, permanent and
Got it
contract
now.
worker
Got it.
staff. Yeah.
Yes.
So there's 3 in research. There's only 3 foreign nationals in research that in this table here.
That is slide number 21, according to you.
Yes, on my gadget here. It's really shocking that you did not know the stuff that was reporting
It's
to
got
you.
I don't think it has
this-
something to do, because I'm just seeing that it to my slide is different, where you have.
In any case, this is a slide in your presentation that I'm looking at, or somewhere in these presentations that you've
Okay,
sent.
go on.
It says there's 3 foreign nationals in the research unit. So there's no African, there's no Indian, there's no color, there's no white. There's only 3 foreign nationals in research.
Yeah,
Office
hold on.
research
Yes,
office.
research office, but yes, research office, yes.
Hold on.
Yeah, but
Just-
maybe-
hold on. Hold on.
Research office.
Yes, it's written research office.
Hold on. Honorable Msezane, I've just cost your time. And here there's a point. Let's just hold on. Your mic won't work. Close the mic. Switch off the mic there. Yeah. It's fine. You don't know how to switch off the mic now, obviously.
Chair,
Honourable
I'm sorry, Chair. I'm sorry, Honourable Msezane. Can I request that the VC relax IKK and be able to respond so that she's able to assist the management? I'm worried she's rushing, and the last time when we had such a problem, we could not even deal with it in the house. I'm a Marona. I want to plead with what they did. Just relax and give the answers. Thanks.
All right. The advice, Vice Chancellor, is that let's relax. We're not, like we always say, we're all stakeholders here. We're not fighting. Don't look at us as monsters or we're stakeholders. We want to, when we leave here, all of us to be on the same page. So let's not, let's relax. Let's not, I think I'll do this, see, Bambe, slowly. Honorable Msezane.
Yeah. No, Chairperson, I think VC has found the slide. Yes, it's a research stuff. Maybe with that, Vice Chancellor, before, so that you just deal with that aspect altogether. And you would have been academic and research DVC at the time when they were maybe hired there. But it also says the academic component has 29 permanent residents, which are foreign nationals, because you might be a permanent resident, but you're a foreign national. So that's academic stuff in the academic component where you were as DVC. Then obviously here, maybe it wasn't under your watch, but the admin permanent residents are 11, and then there is admin again employees that are 9 that are foreign nationals. So let's say that cohort is 20 admin staff that are foreign nationals. I just want to get your your qualification of this, how do you qualify it? The fact that we have such a number of foreign nationals occupying simple jobs in the institution.
That's why I separated them into foreign nationals and the permanent residents. And then we explained that we understood it that permanent residents, they have permission from Home Affairs, they have an ID number that allows them to work in South Africa and stay in South Africa indefinitely. So that is for that reason we did not consider them, even though we know that they are foreign born, but they are very different from a category that comes in with a work permit only.
So you're not answering all that I've asked the Vice Chancellor, but I want you, so you are qualifying the fact that you would overlook at Africans because they hold a status that says they are permanent in South Africa.
We've separated them, but what we probably would need to do for you is to find out, is to say that did they become permanent residents after they were employed at SMU?
No, that's not the case, Vice Chancellor. You see, this research office, for instance, you would find that even students that are doing their masters or even their PhD candidates can work at the research unit or research office for that matter. You have only, in that particular office, the space allows for 3 officials, and there are all three of them are foreign nationals.
Okay, can I explain? When we put them in this order, when those 10 foreign nationals, if I take away the permanent residents, right? We've separated them into 10 foreign nationals, only with a working permit. All of them are postdoctoral fellows. So when you see them in a department, like in a research office, could be that those postdoctoral doctors are being paid from the research office, not necessarily that they are there. So they are postdoctoral fellows, not.
So you are saying there's no South Africans that can actually do this job? Are you implying that there are no South Africans that can do this job and also that can be admin? Was at admin level, you have about 20. 11 are permanent. No, I'm talking about all together. You see, academic staff, there are 29 academic staff here that are foreign nationals, but they are permanent residents, but they are foreign nationals, right? Then I haven't even started. Then there are 20 foreign nationals. 11 of them are permanent residents, 9 of them are foreign nationals at the admin department. So are you implying that all of these, there are no South Africans that could have done this job?
Well, maybe let's go to the other slide that shows them exactly which departments they are and what they are.
These are precise, VC. You're not responding to the precise ones because I captured it precisely. To say admin, there's 9 foreign, there's 11 foreign, but are permanent residents. That's admin. Then I speak about academics. There's 29 that are academics at the academic cohort. And they are foreign nationals, but obviously you term them because you separated because they are permanent residents. But they are foreign nationals doing academic work, which perhaps if you knew my qualifications, you might find that I can even do that as well. So are you saying that there are no South Africans that can do that job of academic support or lecturing, 29 at that level, and then 20 at admin? Are you implying that there are no South Africans that could be suitable for that particular job alone?
Well, most likely they are, and what probably was at the time of the interviews and the time of the selection at that time, I wouldn't say that because I wasn't part of that at that time, but I can only say that normally if you have an interview and you have a selection, normally people will take the best candidate or the most qualifying candidate. So I would just assume now that maybe at that time of selection they were not there.
Yeah, the last one. Don't worry, the theme won't be lost. Immediately after its honorables also, it will be the same theme.
No, thanks, Chair, for just giving me that opportunity. You see, Chair, I have like 10 pages here, but I'll just speak to one point that I think is very important.
Yeah.
The SRC, Labour and IF spoke so loudly about financial exclusion. And there's a new policy that you have proposed here, and you even said that this new business model in the institution, that you say it's been approved by the department. It speaks about increasing tuition. Then again, it says increase of contribution of tuition to revenue. So it speaks about two increases, but you have a problem of financial exclusion that at least the other stakeholders are speaking of. I would have wanted to touch as well on the issue of
don't touch on-
academic exclusion.
Don't touch.
So I would want your comment, Vice Chancellor and CFO, on those matters,
Yeah.
those two in particular.
Thank you.
Academic exclusion and
Thank you,
financial exclusion.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chair. There were,
the
we considered 154 cases this year, and the year before that we considered 181 cases. We excluded 12 out of the 154. As I indicated earlier, Chairperson, we are very cognizant of the background of our students. We consider each case on its own merits. The students that were excluded were either international students who had not met the legal requirement of them paying fees as is required, as a condition of the study permit, or our own students who would not have been progressing anywhere academically. So they were supposed to do a program for 3 years, as an example. They are still on campus for 7, 8, 9 years. Then they have accumulated so much debt because now NSFAS has taken them off because they didn't qualify to the NSFAS criteria. No other sponsor was to. So the exclusion maybe needs to be very clear in terms of under what circumstances. I think we are one of the most lenient universities when it comes to exclusions of students financially. One, the policy is not contradictory to that position. Our policy says, because at the time that we drafted the policy, our second stream income, which is fees that come from students in the form of accommodation, in the form of tuition, was contributing only 20% to our fee income chain. So the result of that was 70+% of our income was coming from from the Department of Higher Education and Training, whose resources are also under serious pressure. So the strategy is to make sure that we balance the two. We are not increasing exorbitantly fees for students who are in the system. Until this year, we have always been following the minister's instruction to that effect. If the minister says you shall increase by 4.5%, we do so. In 2025, that instruction was withdrawn. So we went on by our budget assumptions and we increased the fees the way we saw it fit. So our fee increases are only targeted as the students that are first-time entering students. Chair, I can indicate to you that our fees are not comparable to other universities that render the same kind of services and qualifications that we do render. But our cost base is higher than those universities because it's not spread across many faculties. We don't have programs that are cheaper to offer. For example, commerce that I studied. For example, law. We don't have MBA. We don't have those kinds of programs. So what we have got are programs that are very expensive to deliver, but we are charging a fee that is much, much lower. That leads to financial instability. And that's the reason for the new business model.
Okay.